Okay. Oops. Come on. Come on. Come on. Losing viewers. What viewers? Okay. Hi guys. It's me again. Wanted to do a video, hopefully another short video, about ways to spot psychopathic energy vampires, aka reptilian shapeshifters, aka gadoids, aka lizard people, Illuminati. From what I can tell, it's like, I'd say around 50% of the population. On some days it's more. It's really confusing. Sometimes I can go out and I get a sense that most of the people around me are real people, good people. You know, you get a sense of, you get a vibe from them. You know, even if they're hurt or angry, you know, you can sense as to why, because you felt something like that before, so you identify. But some days you go out and it's like nearly everybody seems like one. So I'm not sure exactly how many there are, but I know that it fluctuates, and on average I'd say it's half the people. In general, it's about half the people are these things. So it's not like you're going to have to be looking too hard. So I'll just get straight to it with how I identify energy vampires, or at least the activity that lets me know I am being screwed with. One of the, well, basically their MO, but I suppose it is ammo as well, is that they like to do the wrong thing on purpose and then pretend that it wasn't. This is to engage you. One example that people would find very difficult to understand is that they get your order wrong on purpose. This is to engage with you in a conflict. It's to create a conflict that they can engage with you on. Therefore, they have your focus and attention. Therefore, they can really twist and manipulate the situation and get what they want from you. Best case scenario, they get you very, very, very upset simply by doing something wrong. And it's like most things they do, you can't prove that they actually did it. But if you've raised your awareness to the point where you can spot a liar, you can smell a liar, you know what I mean, you can feel them coming. You know that when they're in the room, vibe killer, they might not even be acting particularly obvious at all, but they can't hide their energy. They can't hide their energy. So anyway, when you reach a certain level of awareness, you will be ready, and you will possibly even be able to avoid these situations simply by knowing who to let serve you or not. Sometimes it might just be, you know, you walk in and in any kind of food service or otherwise, maybe a grocery store, any kind of situation like that. There's certain people who you do not want serving you. Sometimes you can't avoid it. Sometimes you just have to shield yourself and go with it. But if you can avoid it, it's one way of doing it. Or if you can acknowledge it and point it out and turn the table on them and get your energy back from them through awareness, because it really hurts them. Well, I don't know about hurts, but they don't like it. And they don't like being found out. So anyway, they'll get your order wrong. Most people will be like, it's like I said, it's a perfect crime. Well, why would they do that wrong if they had to do it, if they had to just do it again? A lot of times they won't even be the one who has to do it again. They'll make some human remake it for you. But say they do, they are the ones who remake it for you. They've got enough energy from that first interaction where they disappointed you, whatever they did, when they gave you the wrong thing, whatever. So to simply make the thing again, that's not hard, because they're high at that point. They've got heaps of energy. They've got your energy. It doesn't mean shit to them. They got what they wanted. Then they give it to you and you say thank you. Like they're a good person, and they weren't. So you just wait. You got sucked twice there. You got sucked when you fell for them messing your thing up, and you got sucked when you thanked them for it. And that puts you down on a lower vibration. It puts them, at least on some level, ahead of you, which is not good. It definitely inflates their ego, which is not good. So they'll do that. They might even, I've had this happen to me, not only deliberately get the order wrong multiple times, but make you wait forever to finally give you the correct order. And I did not take that. And I was accused of making a staff member cry. Which didn't happen. It didn't happen. The manager, that's the thing. If the manager is the one pulling this stuff, which it was in my case, it's a lose situation for you, unfortunately. Very difficult. Because they can, they've got home field advantage. They can pull any kind of crap as they will. And they pretend to cry, or they'll claim that you made someone else cry, and they'll do this as soon as witnesses are around. But anyway, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. Energy vampiring, doing things wrong on purpose. Another example of energy vampiring, any sort of disappointment, really. Say, they promise to bring something, it's really important, but it's going to make you look possibly good, maybe even better than them. Maybe you will shine, and therefore they will look like the turds that they are. So they'll deliberately forget the thing that you needed to shine. And, oh, geez, so I don't know where my mind is, blah, blah, blah. No. They did that on purpose, to keep you lower, to keep them higher. Kind of drawing a blank somewhat. So, getting in your way. Grocery store, supermarket situation. This happens a lot in Woolworths, Australia, which is Reptilian City, by the way, or Robotoid, or whatever they are. They're not human. In the freezer section, it's so bizarre. I've seen a couple of very strange things, and actually, since I started filming them on my mobile phone, they stopped. So I don't know, awareness, and maybe what they say, awareness dispels, it repels. So anyway, one time I saw 20, probably all of the staff member that were on the floor in the grocery store, packing things in the refrigerator section, to the point where any customer who needed to get something from I'm not kidding, it was full of employees just pretending to put shit in the fridges. So any actual person who needs to get something feels lower because they have to say, oh, excuse me, the privilege of opening the door to buy shit from you is more difficult now, and they get off on that. They get off on, it would cause anxiety for certain people because simply interacting for traumatized people or people, very empath people, can be very, very confronting. So they do it for that reason. But the main one that they pull everywhere is when they work in supermarkets. They got those big trolleys to stock stock shelves and fridges with. They'll block the aisles. They'll make it so that only one person can pass through at a time. Therefore, if anyone is looking at something right next to where the trolley is, no one can get through. Therefore, they have to interact with the person, and that's what they want to do. They want to cause an interaction. They want to cause an exchange so that they can vampire. There's a lot of examples. I'll just give one last one that I'm aware of, is that the idea of traffic jams, or just traffic in general, it's only ever going to get worse. It's designed that way. In fact, I saw a video recently that claimed that traffic is a hoax in terms of government or whoever putting road markers, road cones, and blocking off a lane of traffic on purpose simply to create the congestion. Now, I believe this because I understand that the effect of traffic jams, like all things that reptilians and psychopaths do to us, is to benefit them tenfold and disadvantage us tenfold. And clearly the disadvantage for us is that we're sitting there in anxiety, in stress, in frustration, annoyance, etc. All those bad things that traffic causes, that helplessness, that helpless feeling, that claustrophobia, all that hell it causes by design. So it disadvantages real people, and it benefits the reptilian sitting in the car, left to you, right to you, in front, behind, all around you. They are getting high on it. I've seen this in a Comedians in Cars, that stupid Jerry Seinfeld thing. It's unwatchable, but I've been forced to watch it a few times at gunpoint. Not really. And there was a God. I hate this comedian so much. Oh, I forget his name. Darn it. Anyway, hopefully it'll come to me. He's just very boring. He does a lot of comedy about foods. He was in Flight of the Conchords. He played Murray's best friend. Jim Galifianakis, Reptilian, shapeshifter. In the episode, they're stuck in traffic. Who knows if Jim's people made a phone call. But anyway, in the episode, Jerry's getting sort of stressed and sweaty. I mean, he's a Jew, but I think he's a humanoid Jew. And, he's stressed and he's sweating, and he makes these remarks like, I can't believe, you're so cool and composed. This Galifianakis character is sitting... Galifianakis, Anyway, this Jim dude, he's sitting there like he's high as a kite, but he's downplaying it, because that's what they get out of traffic. These reps, they're sitting next to you in traffic, they're loving it, you're hating it. By the time you'll get back, by the time you'll get to work, you're drained, they're high as a kite, and that's just the start of the day. So there's a few examples of what I know. There's probably 100 at least of their tricks, but if you are aware of any energy vampiring techniques, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to smash the like button and the subscribe button on the computer box. And yeah, have a good day. Oh, one last one. I'll just throw this in because I just remembered it. So you say, hi, can you tell me where the ice cream is? Sorry, what? The ice cream? Sorry, I didn't hear you. The ice cream. Oh yeah, whatever, They'll pretend to not hear you. Any sort of frustration they can cause, they will. Disadvantage you, benefit them. That's the nature of the psychopath. That's how they operate. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. I won't do that gut check. I won't do it. It's getting old. Finally let out my gut.